everybody, it's Halo-sama from Shono Studios and Dusk Comics and Uncle Unicorn and a bunch of other random stuff. So I'm here to help promote Dusk and also show you guys some like little sketching pointers and whatnot. So yeah. So while I'm sketching and whatnot, I'll tell you about Dusk. Dusk is an independent publishing company that likes to promote and publish indie, that means non-large like titles and whatnot, people that usually like make creator-owned content and whatnot, like to publish that stuff and promote it and have fun, and we're a bunch of weirdos, therefore we like to hang out with weirdos. Alright, so I was bored and I drew a space cat yesterday. I don't know. But one of the books that I've done for Dusk is called Zombie Kitty. So you've decided to adopt a zombie kitty? And that's on Amazon right now, and so I figured I will draw a zombie kitty for you guys, because, you know, why not? And then one of our other top sellers is Humans Really Irritate Me by Elia from Elia in a Box Comics, and she is going to be going live at some point as well, and she's a cartoonist, artist, author, and she's cool too. And then we have like, I don't know who's coming on Saturday, but I know for a fact on Sunday, C.A. Grayson is going to be there doing her author stuff as well. Now, if you have any suggestions, let me know. I do take suggestions. There we go. Alright, always make sure your pencils are somewhat sharp so they don't end up like digging into your drawing area. I usually keep, I mean, I have most of this stuff memorized, but I have bad fibro brain, so I usually keep one of these color wheels on hand. And honestly, I didn't start doing this until Brian Stelfreeze, look him up, famous painter and comic artist. He told me to keep one of these on, so whatever he says, you just kind of do. And I got these wonderful watercolor pencils. Cool thing about these is that after you draw with them and shade things in, then you can actually just use a water brush. This is a brush that just has water in it, and then go over and paint it. Alright. So what I'm going to do first is draw my main character, Zombie Kitty. Keep my coffee out of the way. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Pardon. So one of our other new books is, new series, not new series, Miss Tilney, but like a new chapter, sorry. It's difficult to promote and draw at the same time. Is like Miss Tilney, you should look those up. Dusk, the actual like franchise name, is about an awesome vampire. Miss Tilney's kind of like Penny Dreadful type thing, and yeah, it's really fun. Alright, so let's see. So I guess I'll talk about my book Zombie Kitty because I can remember that. So Zombie Kitty, there's a thing called the 24-hour comic day challenge, and every comic artist is allowed to participate in it. It's just like it's just a challenge for anybody to take. And the first year I tried to do it, I just didn't plan well enough, and I wasn't able to do it. But that was also partially due to the fact that I have like all this like health conditions and whatnot. So I planned better the next year and used like extra naps and braces and all kinds of things to help me be able to accomplish it. We're gonna move where there's more light. There we go. All right. So instead of drawing a zombie kitty with like a full tail, I usually end up drawing just the tail bone itself because, I don't know, it's cute. And whenever you're planning to draw things like bones and whatnot, so yeah. Wait, do I have something wrong? Am I not supposed to be? I'm getting like messages in the group chat while I'm like trying to also do the live thing, and I'm like, wait, am I doing this the wrong day? Sorry. I'm like, so confused. Anyways, so if you're gonna plan something out like a tailbone or whatever, talking about next week. Okay, yeah, I can't do later stuff. That's why I said I have to do earlier stuff. It's just with the kid and with everything, especially on Fridays. I have to do it between it has to be between 11 and 1, sometime between like 11 and 2 technically, but you know what I mean. I can't start any later than 1. Because I've tried it before, because I've been doing the, what do you call it? I've been doing the live streaming for a few years now, and it just never works after 1. Unless I'm just, like, spontaneous. Alright, so I'm going to draw, let's see. It's been a while since I've drawn them. I have a bite taken out of the ear. I think I want to do like a new version. Sounds good. Yeah, sweet. Thank you. I was just like, wait, I'm getting messages over here too. Shoot. Like, I wish that I had like the concentration of a normal human being. It would certainly make things a lot easier. Now, I usually like to have a lot of pieces of, like, the face missing. Do other people have focus? You know, sometimes when the table shakes, it can go out of focus for a bit. Hold on. Let me do this. Is that better? Is that better? Oops. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, all right. Sometimes I get too detailed. I'm at mental focus. Oh my god. That's so funny. I have a headache, so clear communication. That's fair. Well, dude, to be fair, clear communication isn't my strong suit most days, so... Put him on the grass, maybe gazing up at the moon. I like drawing celestial objects like the moon and whatnot. I do a lot. Put like a star here. Maybe instead of doing a star, I'll do like twinkle style stars. Honestly, they're much quicker to draw. Especially for someone with like fibro. Okay. So there we go. All right. So when drawing things like intricate that are like bones and tailbones, but you want to keep it like more of a cartoon style, just draw the basic shape first and then divide it up, and then you can add the details. Because if you try to add the details first, then you're going to find that it looks a bit awkward, and you're like, why does this look awkward? See, now it's all in line. It's good to plan everything. That's why I'm just going through and kind of, you see me kind of just like holding the pencil, and I'm like, alright, let's do this here. Yeah. Alright. Broken. Alright. Oh, I keep forgetting. He has a little friend. That makes a lot of sense, right? Thank you. Maybe... Because I keep forgetting. He has this cute little fly friend. Like, I know this is weird. I really like bugs. I just like animals in general, so I draw a lot of bugs. I was really inspired at a young age by, like, Gary Larson. And, he wanted to be an entomologist, but then he ended up being a cartoonist, so he put all of that into his cartooning. It's kind of obvious when you notice the amount of bug jokes that are in The Far Side. Alright, so I think this is good. My dad was really nice for my birthday. He gave me a bunch of like watercolor because I want to practice some more painting, and I ran out of all kinds of stuff. And these are kind of small, and I figured, oh, this is good, just, you know, good for practice, because like the bigger it gets when it comes to paper, I know that a lot of artists feel this way, the more intimidating it kind of gets to make like the art piece perfect. So these smaller pads of paper and sketchbooks are really great for just practice. Alright, now that I've done the basic sketch, I'm going to go through and basically erase the whole thing. People are always like, what are you doing? I'm like, it's just the way it goes. Because this is how you plan. Now what really helps when it comes to illustration and even like character design and whatnot, especially like book illustration and panels for comics, is learning design or graphic design. Mini pads and stuff are my jam. Heck yeah. Well, I'm starting to, I feel, because like I said, I get sometimes intimidated by a large. paper. I'm just like, ugh. But I do want to do a new Zombie Kitty, like maybe Zombie Kitty 2. I don't want to call it Zombie Kitty 2, that's lame. I want to continue from where I left off, because where you leave off is that his new owner gets bitten and is clearly turning into a zombie, so I kind of want to take it from there, where you've got the girl, Zombie Chen, we'll have to rename her, I guess, and then the zombie cat, and then their friend the fly. I mean, I don't know, why not? Because honestly, it's kind of a metaphor. I know it's gonna sound lame, but the reason why I'm like always been into zombies and whatnot is because like I always feel like one. With the chronic illness and stuff, I always feel like a zombie, so I felt like doing a zombie comic for you know, Free Comic Book Day and whatnot was kind of made sense. So, oh yeah, design really helps in placement, because the thing is when you're trying to do something that's like a cartoon, you want to figure out what your amount of detail that you want to do, and you don't want to do too much detail on one part of the body. You want to balance it. And it's not about me not being able to do detail or not wanting to do detail or not adding too much detail. It's not that. It's about learning balance for like character design. Because if you're trying to sell a character or a series to an animation company, if there's just too much detail and it looks like it's gonna cost them a lot of money and time to do it, they're gonna buy it. Do you know what I'm saying? So swallow your pride and learn design. That's just kind of the way that it goes, you know? I want to make sure this looks like torn flesh hanging there. Good point. Oh, thanks. Anybody that's on here, if there's something that I'm missing that we're supposed to promote, would you please go ahead and type it in here, because I'm looking up periodically and I can totally like re-say, or if you just remind me what to say, and then put links. Especially for cartoons and comics, you have to be able to repeat the creation endlessly, so simplicity matters. Exactly. I mean, why do you think they gave Mickey Mouse white gloves? It's because it's just easier to animate. And also, I mean, if it, you know, it's like, it really is, it's just easier. And that's why, like, most characters from the old days, they only have, like, 4 fingers usually. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, in order for me to put, like, this much tiny detail here for it to not look like crap, I have to keep it simple on the rest of this side. So I'm not even gonna put any whiskers over here, because, you know, he's a zombie. Probably most of those got ripped off anyways. Who cares? Bye, Zombie Kitty. Aw. Thank you for posting that too. But also, like, help me remember, because I always remember, like, Zombie Kitty and some of the other stuff. Obviously, because it's mine, but buy it in person from SA 28. See, there you go. Exactly. And if you can't find the Dusk booth, then the Shona Studio booth will be there too. So I mean, you will have so many different chances to be able to grab Zombie Kitty. That's the cool thing. Working with like multiple companies working together like that. Oh no, that's totally wrong. No, it's not, because his skin's being pulled off. What am I doing? Shut up. I always second guess myself. Damn it. Because I was like, oh no, this is wrong. And I was like, no, it's not, because his skin's being pulled off. The skeleton might be here, so that's why I gotta put this here. Oh, and the new food coloring book. God damn it! I always forgot that. Jesus. It was like so hard to do. What the hell? There we go. Because, like, honestly, you do have to defy, like, physics sometimes when it comes to coloring, drawing. Like, even with, like, I was watching some behind the scenes with SpongeBob, which is one of my favorite cartoons, and they were saying, like, look, you guys, just so you know, we know that Squidward is an octopus. We know that, but just say it. Octoword. Exactly. It doesn't sound right. And I was like, no, that's fair. There's like nothing that you can say with nope. It just sounds like, nope. Squidward just sounds better. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Let's see. Alright, so I got a bit of bone there. Love this so much. Yellowstone is the best. Oh, you're so sweet. Jeez. Oh yeah, the coloring books. Oh, by the way, the coloring book that they're talking about, right? Also, C.A. Grayson, if you want to post like about your stuff too, because I can't possibly remember everybody's stuff. I remember Humans Really Irritate Me because that's Ellie's new book, and it was seriously hilarious. Like, what are you gonna do? It's so funny because it's based off of like an actual human. Alright. So, I was gonna draw something else, and I was like, oh yeah, I should probably draw something like Dusk related. And I was like, well, I haven't drawn enough Eve. And I was like, oh yeah, I have a Dusk related book called Zombie Kitty, dummy. Just draw that. Like, derp. Alright. Let's see. I need to make this fly a lot bigger. And I've been drawing these characters probably since about 5th grade. Just because this is gonna sound really weird and make no sense, but I was very inspired by Garfield. I know, makes no sense, right? I wonder if I should put this lower. Or maybe, yeah, I think so. That way it's not too much. You gotta make sure that you're not over detailing stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, wait, there's too many like details over here. So I'm like, you gotta do that. Well, Garfield, especially once I found out that he was like, he basically debuted on my birthday. He's been one of my favorite and constant inspirations. Just in life in general, because like honestly, like he gets it. Like, life sucks. Alright. The funny thing is I've been drawing these characters forever, and I cannot even remember if I ever gave this little fly a name. I've been drawing the fly with the guy forever, too. Weird, right? Also, what the hell kind of weirdo doesn't love Garfield? I still love the Tarot Glass Garfield picture thing. Oh! Dude, that's awesome. I love Garfield. Like, that is legit a cosplay I want to do, but I wanted to do like a giant fursuit, but then I was thinking that it would be really cool to do like a fashion interpretation instead. Does that make sense? Alright. Now this moon is too big, it's taking over the picture. So, because the thing is, it's not about the moon, it's about zombie kitty. So that's another thing you want to be aware of, is that, like, no matter how cool, like, something that you've drawn is, you need to make sure... You like the lasagna, bitch? You don't understand. I love lasagna. I can't eat it as much anymore. Like, I need to find... Because people have been inventing all kinds of crazy lasagna. Like, they have, like, lasagna with, like, white sauce and vegetables and shit now. And I'm like, oh, I bet I could eat that. Because, like, red sauce has been killing me lately. Isn't that lame? Alright. Tail time. There we go. And I do sometimes have difficulty drawing, so I will support my hand, my main drawing hand, with my other hand. And he's just about done, which means that I can paint it real quick. Let's see. I don't want to do too much here. 2, 3, 4. No, too many. Nuts. Sorry. Thanks for everybody for joining and stuff, by the way. Also, I don't like the angle of this. That's better. It's more dynamic, honestly. There we go. Okay. Good balance. I love them so much. Love the way you do the bones. Admire the ability to make things look real yet still stylized. It's very nice of you to say, because that's like really something that we all strive to work on as artists. Because also, like, because we want to be able to convey what everything we're drawing is without people having to ask, what is that? But we also want it to look like something that you haven't seen before. We want it to look like our art. Alright, this is all going to be colored in. Alright. Now I just need to get these. The little details on the face and ears. You're sweet. Alright, so start off with the background, just to get it out of the way. I'm going to use blue. Do that for now. So many eraser stuff. Alright. So, instead of like painting everything, what you want to do is kind of paint in patches when it comes to like backgrounds. I mean, unless you want to paint everything, it's like whatever you want. But I mean, if you want to do like just something quick and you want to practice, you know, because one thing that I want to do is practice doing this stuff on the spot so I can do more of this at conventions. I wanted to start doing more kawaii caricature, and not just at Shonuff Studio, but at like Dusk Comics and stuff like that. And I mean, I've already been hired here and there to do parties and stuff, just like a regular caricature artist, but I want it to be more my style. Because it doesn't help that I'm also like married to like a caricature artist and stuff, and I'm not a cartoonist, and it's like, ugh. Put a little darkener. Exactly right. Try to think of that with my storytelling as well. You got that spot on, Halo. Thank you. And thank you for being in the chat to like help remind me to say stuff. Because like, yeah, I'm gonna forget. I'm putting a little bit of darker color around like the bigger stars and stuff, just to add some variation and to highlight certain areas. And to hide mistakes, like that one. That's a mistake. Big mistake. Like, ooh, ooh. Alright. So now we got that. Oh my god, should be cute caricatures of the Dusk booth. Thank you. What I'm trying to do right now is, what do you call it? Practice like the style or whatnot so that I can actually get my speed down. Always test out on a piece of paper, by the way. Because I want to get quicker. But I thought it would be kind of fun to have like an attraction. Because like having cosplayers and then having like caricature artists, that's something that like big events do. They hire caricature artists and cosplayers and stuff like that. So it's like, oh, well, why not use the same thing at the booth? Right? And it looks like I'm rubbing the thing back and forth. I'm not. Just so you know, I am not. Ooh. Mistakes just add spice. Use. That's true. That is very true. And I'm not moving this back and forth. It's kind of like I'm picking it up. It's almost like a circle. Because you don't want to ruin your brushes. That would be sad. Sometimes you gotta get the water going. Like, this isn't gonna be perfect, but again, this is just like practice. But you should practice anyways. You don't always have to have like a finished idea in mind. You're like, I'm gonna turn this into a print. Like, it doesn't always have to be a print or anything. Just practice. Because honestly, it'll make the stuff that you do end up selling like way better. See, I'm not completely blending all of the pencil lines, just because if I leave some just peeking through, I like the texture. You don't have to though. You can completely erase those lines, just depending on how you do it. This makes my OCD happy. It's all pretty and blendy. You guys are so sweet. Seriously. I learned leaving some of the texture in. I learned that from Drew Struzan documentary and from Brian Stelfreeze telling me in person. And you should look him up. He's an amazing painter and comic artist. He taught Adam Hughes how to paint. Come on, come on. There we go. Sometimes you gotta get it going again. I really want to get a couple more of these and then like just put colors in them. Do you know what I mean? Because I already have one that's just like black ink, but I think it would be cool to have like 6 other ones of these where I like get either colored ink or just make my own like paint to come out of it all the time. Like colors that I use a lot, not just like every color. That's why I'm like just 6. You know, like flesh tone colors, blush, glass. I use a lot of like glass and glasses colors because you use that for, trust me when I say you use it a lot. Things like that. Background blues. That would help with like the speed, I think. Because that's what I'm trying to do, is find ways that I can enhance my speed. Because that is where I lack. That is my weakness. Speed. Whoa. That didn't sound right. I meant I need to be faster when I'm drawing. I don't mean like I do speed. If I did, man, I'd be a lot faster, I'm sure. I'd be a lot more dead. Oh my god. That's my weakness, speed. Great, you heard it here first, folks. Stupid. I think that would be amazing. Aw. Oh my god, that's funny. Okay, so the background's almost done. I'm not gonna go full out crazy paint with this because like I don't want to like take forever on the live stream. But I figure I could at least do a little bit because I mean I mostly just wanted to show the sketching and like what we do and then promote stuff. So thanks for joining. If you want to see me finish this, I'll probably like finish it live on my own thing or whatnot. We'll see. Because I also need to take a break. A potty break. So thanks you guys for joining. I hope you pick up Zombie Kitty from Amazon or from us at Acon and what other places. Go as long as you want. Aw, you guys are so sweet. Yeah, I'll probably take a break and then go back on my own thing, just, you know, so I'm not, like, clogging it up on Dusk. But thanks you guys for joining. Uncle Unicorn, too. Oh, yeah, Uncle Unicorn, I forgot about that. Well, I love you guys. Thanks for joining. Follow Dusk, and we'll see you at Acon. Bye.